Hi guys, what's up? Okay, so I'm just gonna let you all know right now that I have made a hire meme, as you would know, and I am doing a tutorial on how I made it. So first you wanna go onto your app. I'm using KineMaster, Gacha, and Ibis Paint X. So I'm gonna show you so I need to make sure this is muted. So normally how I would start with is the lip sync, so you can have your character look kind of shady, kind of scary. Of course you would need to do loads of screenshots, no chat, try and make it as big as possible, make it fill the screen. That was actually a very good idea. So try and use a pose that will fill up it all. So then you would screenshot it, choose a new mouse, screenshot it, continue until eventually, after you've done that, you should have enough to perform a lip sync. I would prefer at least 5 or 4 open mouths and 1 closed one. So yeah. Then what I did, so afterwards, as you can see, I did some tweening. Well, animating, as some of you would call it. So what you need to do is you need to choose a pose with a white background or a green one if you want, and any color as long as it's not black or something that looks similar to one of the parts. So example, if I have like, I don't know, if I have like this dark gray, sometimes it accidentally does the hair different, or if I have this background, the black one, then it will cut out some of the body parts. So I would seriously recommend one that does not look similar. So I'm going to choose the white background because that cleans it very nice. You can also do grey. Those are the best ones. So then you would screenshot it and go onto Ibis Paint or whatever app you're using. And then you would try and find, where is it? Because I did a screenshot recently, obviously. So yeah, just import your picture. I'm just going to use this one for a show off. So of course this is not the exact picture, but you get it. You would use any pose. So you would actually color this bit on the selection layer because the selection layer is important. So you would color every single bit of it. Oh, yeah. So then you would go onto here, press, cut, paste. You do the same thing with the other arm. Also, I would recommend after you do that, if you want to make the whole thing properly animated, and so the arms actually fit in the correct place and do better, then you would take the magic wand, select the background, and then do that. Or you could, instead of doing that, you could, oh my gosh, instead you would do the bucket with the eraser bucket. So if you press that, it would work. Of course, if you use a different background, that would work better. So yeah. And guys, that's basically how I did the second part. So actually, I'll show you guys how I tweened it, because you were probably wondering. So I have this bit, and then if you're wondering how I made it move, look, you can see it's moving. I didn't use that, but I actually used transitions for this. It actually looks like it's here, but it's actually in here in the end. So anyway, you would use this key, and then if you want to add something, you can do this or just move it. You don't have to do that. So basically, afterward, so you want to go to the place you want it to start, finish. So for example, if I wanted it to go here, I would move it this way, and then of course, since I have these bits, it would go like that after. But of course, I don't want that. So I just made it go all the way to here. And of course, it looks like it's there. So that's how I did that. Then I have this bit, which is where I did this. I made it bigger. Then I did a certain amount of space. And then I did a tiny amount of space so that it looks extremely cool. And she's kind of shaking, I guess. And then this one, you just gotta have to screenshot something, maybe zoom it in and edit it. And then how I made it move is I took the start position, made it like this, and then this. So I panned and zoomed it. So now it looks like it's moving. And then if we're wondering about this bit, we go into Gacha Life or whatever app you're using really to try and do the characters, although you could do Gacha Studio, you could do Gachaverse, but I chose to do these for it. So you would screenshot them, go into Ibis Paint, remove the background, save the layer, and then you would put them here. Then you would basically just tween it. So you would have it like this at the beginning, and then at the end it would look like this. Then of course, it's extremely similar to like the next pose you're gonna do. Make sure it's very well lined up, so it's like lined up almost perfect. So that way, it looks like there's barely any difference. See? So there's barely any difference. Then you can just move it to go downwards. Then I did the same thing with the pan and zoom here. And then I did this background. So here is the thing. The sheet. So you would take your characters, put them on, do the poses, etc., etc., you know, remove the background. Then I would tween it so it's like zooming in. So I zoomed it to look on my character's face, then onto hers, and then I did it to look normal almost. Trust me, it's hard to make it look normal. So there we go. So there we have it there. Then I did the same thing for this, except I wanted her to look like she was hugging because she was more positive than my character. So yeah, so I made her arms go higher up. And yeah, this thing is the exact same thing with my character. I edited it and stuff and panned and zoomed. Then for this, tweening, I went on to Gacha Life. You know what, I'm going to try and do the exact poses or something similar. So I did this pose. I screenshotted it. I went onto Ibis Paint. And when afterwards, oh my gosh, no. So, I screenshotted it, went onto Ibis Paint. Then I cut out the background. I'll show you guys here. Also, don't mind the fact that my recorder is actually in the way. I've just realized that. So then you have to cut her head off. Yes, you have to completely erase it off. And so yeah. If you want, you can draw a tiny bit more neck because we're gonna need to do that for the tweening. She's gonna need to have at least a tiny bit of her neck because we need to plop the head back on later, but it needs to be in a different layer. So there we go, we have it. Then, okay, if you're wondering how we do the next bit to make it actually move, we go onto whatever section, so we can go onto whichever one we want, and in each of them, up here is a hashtag. We press body sheet 1, and then you would screenshot it. Make sure the background is whatever color you're using as the same, or at least grey or whatever, so it's safe, and it doesn't completely mess up. So then you would erase this background as well. And then you would try and, if you want to make it look better, then you can do 2 out of 2 of these things. You can either edit it, or you can try and like fit it on so you know what it would look like. So of course I think I didn't edit it, did I? Yes, I did edit it, so you could edit it. And then, so you have to save those both, if you're wondering how you actually save them. So if I go onto like here, oh, I can't start editing. But yeah, you would press the 3 dots. And then you would do the same thing with the tweening. You would make it go down, then make it go up, go down, go up, go down, go up. And then, same thing with the zoom. And then I did the same thing as before, it's just this time I used this pose as well. So you get the general idea. And then of course there was this bit where I didn't even remove the background. Then, of course, I just did an outro thing. But before that, I decided to make it a bit funny and add a few more moments to finish off the song. Yeah. So basically, that's really all of it. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Bye, guys!